Good evening, everyone. We begin with major new developments in that officer-involved shooting we've been covering for you all day in Mapleton. Tonight, we learned 4 officers fired their weapons in that incident, all 4 with the Fargo Police Department.
It is the 3rd officer-involved shooting in the area in a little over 3 weeks. WDAY News reporter Matt Henson joins us live. He talked to neighbors about a tense afternoon of having to shelter in place.
Dan and Kirsten, those officers were part of the Metro Streets Crime Unit, a regional investigative unit. They were called in to help with the standoff in Mapleton for more manpower. Tonight, half the unit is on standard administrative leave after the officers say they had no other choice but to shoot. 13-year-old Jaden Jacobson was drying out her family tent in the backyard with her dad when her usually quiet neighborhood was rocked by gunfire just a few homes down the street.
It was really stressful. You don't really know what to do in the situation.
She ran inside with her dad. Police came to their home and told them to lock their doors and close the curtains.
It was a little scary because you didn't know if the dude would just run up and shoot.
Police say their unidentified neighbor was firing a gun inside his home when they arrived after receiving 911 calls about shots fired around 10:30 this morning.
Not in a million years. I think I maybe passed the guy and said hi once or twice.
Police determined the man appeared to be having a mental health crisis, and that may have been because of a crime he may have committed just before this all happened. The sheriff would not elaborate about the alleged crime. They called the man's dad and brother to help with negotiations. The sheriff described those negotiations as, quote, up and down. About 4.5 hours later, the man came out of the home.
The responsible told the negotiators several times that he would be coming outside with a firearm.
Sheriff Jahner said that firearm was described as a rifle. 4 Fargo officers opened fire. It's unclear how many times the man was hit and if the man ever fired his gun.
I don't believe that they saw everything unfold. I believe heard. Probably everything that was going on at the scene.
The 4 officers are assigned to the Regional Streets Crime Unit. They make up about half the unit. The sheriff says that will impact that unit until the officers are allowed to return to duty.
We can certainly make some adjustments and move other people on there that will fit in there. We've got some past officers that served in that capacity before.
With this being the 3rd officer-involved shooting in the Fargo area in less than a month, Sheriff Jahner opened up about the impact it's having on officers.
It's definitely tough, especially when you have this many back-to-back, like you mentioned. I think what's important is how we move forward from these incidents and how we interact with our staff and to make sure that all of them are okay.
The sheriff did not say when the name of the man who was shot and killed would be released or more about the alleged criminal activity he was involved in. The names of the 4 Fargo police officers will be released tomorrow night. Reporting live, Matt Henson, WDAY News.